We certainly have our slowdowns this Monday evening. Check it out, 288 at Reed Road. We're seeing a ton of lights in both directions. Heavy volume. Those managed lanes are definitely your best alternate. You know, when you get out of downtown, not a big deal. It's when you get past 610 all the way to Beltway 8. Where it is really slow for you this evening. Also slow under 20 miles per hour through most of those downtown interchanges. The UH Cougs and Rockets are at home tonight, so account for that extra traffic if you're headed out in that direction. US 90 at State Highway 99 in both directions. We're going to see lane closures over the next several days, 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. through November 30th. Not a complete closure, but there are crews working in the area. North Loop, a stall in the HOV lane has everybody at a standstill. The record just getting in his vehicle as we watch live, though. So hopefully that will start to speed up a little bit sooner than later, because we do have a lot of traffic here in the red coming out of downtown at this hour. Here's your live look to I-10, the Katy Freeway near Memorial City Mall. And that drive time, 51 minutes from the heart of the city out toward those Katy exits, 41 minutes to the Woodlands, 24 minutes on I-10 toward Baytown.
All right, Elissa, thanks.
Police, a deadly motorcycle wreck here at Highway 6 and US 59, closing down the eastbound lanes of Highway 6. Let me give you a closer look. One of the busiest intersections in the Sugar Land area, State Highway 6 at US 59. You can see the eastbound lanes shut down, and every direction here is really laden down with traffic, nearly at a standstill there along Highway 6. Let me give you that bigger look to it, what's going on, trying to find an alternate route through these communities. First Colony Boulevard and University are moving incredibly slow, going outbound on 59 and 90. You do run into construction projects, so if you're heading out in this area of Highway 6 and 59 this evening, within even a 5-mile radius, definitely plan your route carefully. On our highways, you often talk about big truck traffic. As a port city, a study found Houston is 6th in the nation when it comes to big truck traffic, which is up nearly 20% since 2019. One positive observation from the study, an increase in congestion in any given region is usually a positive sign for the economy. North Loop at Airline right now. The cleanup after a vehicle fire has everything slow in both directions at Airline due to the rubbernecking, so be aware of that on the north side. The Lone Star Rally happening this weekend on Galveston Island. You can see the seawall already built up with all of that activity going on, and motorcycles, thousands of them in our area. So TxDOT wants us to remember that drivers do have trouble judging the speed and distance of motorcycles, so give them plenty of room and be looking for them. In fact, look twice. Motorcycles are smaller, they are lower to the ground, and there are a lot of them in our area right now. If you're headed outbound on I-45 at the South Loop to the Causeway at 34 minutes, no major issues to hold you up. Just a little bit of extra traffic as you go outbound near Hobby Airport. So take caution around these construction sites. We take you first to the Southwest Freeway at Hillcroft right now, looking good. Probably not quite as good tonight at 8 o'clock. That's when the beginning of the closure is. Northbound Hillcroft to South Rice, 4 inside lanes through the weekend. Also the South Loop. This one's just for tomorrow, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. All main lanes westbound, Crestmont to Scott, everything detoured to the frontage road. So extra time as you approach the 45 interchange there in US 98 out in Fort Bend County. It's State Highway 99 eastbound and westbound tomorrow morning, 2 a.m. to noon. So a very busy Saturday morning, as you'll see alternating lane closures there on 90A at 99. Just now clearing as we are watching live. Stall in the center lanes, really holding things up eastbound at Yale all the way back toward 290. So be aware of that. The North Loop has been so busy this afternoon. 41 minutes out to the Woodlands, 41 minutes also out to Sugar Land. What is so unusual about that drive time, though, is that you are in the green until you hit Beltway 8. It's that drive between Beltway 8 and 99 with the construction at the river that's causing you a problem this afternoon. So listen up. Your 13 alert traffic update here, the Southwest Freeway at Chimney Rock. These are your northbound lanes of the Southwest Freeway, about to get a lot busier starting at 8 o'clock tonight. Northbound Hillcroft to South Rice, 4 inside lanes closed. Use 90A, I-10 West Park. Use something else as that northbound route out of Fort Bend County. If you're headed northbound on 288 as an alternate, be aware the exit, of course, northbound at Eldrin and Chartres closed through mid-December. But this weekend only, the exit northbound at Southmore will be closed as well. You can detour to exit at Benz. In the South Loop tomorrow, starting at 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. westbound Crestmont to Scott on your approach to I-45. All main lanes closed and detoured to the frontage.
All right, Elissa, thank you.
Our 13 alert traffic update takes us to the Katy Freeway. Everything flowing smoothly. A normal day out there for the 4 o'clock hour. Traffic also building on I-45, the North Freeway. At Little York, the HOV is definitely still the way to go this afternoon as you begin to slow down, especially inside the loop this afternoon. 37 minutes out to the Woodlands, 32 minutes from the heart of the city out toward Katy, 26 minutes to Baytown. Bend County, Sugar Land, here's the outbound lanes at Sweetwater. They're all backing up behind that construction at the Brazos River, and we see it slowing down, not just on 59, but on 90 on approach to the construction in that location as well. Later on this evening, be aware the North Beltway is going to see closures eastbound at Mesa, southbound at CE King, 2 main lanes, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the overnight hours. Heading through this hour, 47 minutes out toward Katy from the heart of the city to those Katy exits on I-10. News for those that are just passing through the area. The main lanes of 610 are busy, but looking pretty good. It's all those side streets with additional traffic more than ever right now. Fannin in the red headed toward the loop. Kirby running slow as well as Main. So be aware of all of that. Lots of shoppers out there getting to and leaving NRG. This on the east side, just can't pass up showing this to you. You are at a standstill at the East Freeway at Spur 330 westbound for the better part of a couple of hours. You've had right there at the San Jacinto River, westbound debris on the main lanes. It has been picked up. That's the good news. But the backup still remains. A parking lot out there this evening. Your drive times now in the red to the west side and to the north to the Woodlands at 42 minutes. Approaching, so getting to the airport and parking, it can be pricey and hectic. So I really wanted to see if this was a realistic option for people. I tried it myself and took a ride to send you back out to the stop to get to downtown.
So what if you don't live near downtown? Is this still a good option for you?
Well, it's not right. For a lot of people, it will still be more convenient to drive to Bush. I did talk to one airport employee. He was trying it out, but thought it might take him a little too long to get home from the bus stop. I did talk to a woman as well who thought it was convenient and a good way to save some money. Metro is planning another nonstop route from downtown to Hobby in January, and perhaps the Galleria area direct to the airport as well. And I think the whole key here is that people think of a bus as stopping every few miles. This is nonstop service.
Yeah, you said on the HOV lane, plus $4.50 each way is very attractive.
I know, if you're going on a long trip, it's like the price of an airline ticket to park your car sometimes.
It is.
So, you know, it's worth thinking about the logistics.
All right.
And then the $80 or $90 Uber fee to get to the airport.
Good look, Elissa. Thank you.
What's happening in downtown starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. For work at the GRB, there is the closure of a major ramp. The East Tex Freeway, southbound ramp to I-45, the Gulf Freeway, closed starting tomorrow morning at 9 through Sunday at 9 p.m. Traffic is going to be detoured to 288 southbound. So as you're coming south past Minute Maid Park, Dyken Park, you're going to be closed off from getting onto 45. So take that into consideration. It's going to back up the downtown interchanges. It is busy still as we approach the 7 o'clock hour tonight. And 290, the Northwest Freeway, couldn't find a wreck out there. Just plenty of you getting out there to enjoy our fall season. 41 minutes out to the Woodlands, 27 minutes from the loop out to the Cypress exits.
All right, Elissa, thank you.
With one of our big weekend closures tonight, because it begins tomorrow morning in downtown Houston, a major ramp closure tomorrow at 9 a.m. The US 59 southbound ramp to I-45, the Gulf Freeway, closed for work, which needs to be done at the GRB. The ramp is set to remain closed until Sunday at 9 p.m. So the detour could take you along 288, continue on 59, but not get onto 45. Look for these closures to slow drivers moving through the downtown interchanges in the next few days. Afternoon takes us first to downtown and the closure of a major ramp on US 59 southbound just as you pass the GRB. There is work that needs to be done there at the GRB, so they have closed the ramp southbound on 59 to I-45, the Gulf Freeway, in both directions. This is in place until Sunday at 9 p.m. and it is causing a huge slowdown. Expect through the weekend this will back up traffic into the I-10 59 interchange. Another thing we're watching for you, the Katy Freeway. We know it can get so busy as you head through a Friday evening, but it's not bad at the moment. You're mostly in the green outbound on the Katy Freeway until you get to about Highway 6. 45 Clear Lake, that drive will take you 27 minutes. There's a stalled truck in the center lanes right at the Broadway exit, so take note of that if you're trying to get out the door to Hobby Airport. Well, we'll skip right over that picture for you and show you where the closure is happening of a major ramp, the US 59 East Tex Freeway southbound ramp to I-45, the Gulf Freeway. closed in both directions, right? So you can't go northbound or southbound on 45 until Sunday at 9 p.m. There's work being done at the GRB. If you're not going to continue on 59, you can also use 288 southbound. 44 minutes out to the Woodlands, just 32 minutes out towards Cypress. No other major wrecks holding you up. Still busy at our interchanges. Your drive outbound 2 on the Katy, just about 35 minutes. Tonight, when you're taking a look at the map, Kirby, as it comes from 59 all the way down to NRG, running slow this evening. Add Friday night to the Nutcracker Market, and this is what you get. Frontage road slow. No wrecks on the main lanes. That is the good news for you. What other closures are happening this weekend? US 59, the Southwest Freeway, northbound at Hillcroft, 4 inside lanes. So if you're coming into the city from the southwest side, 90 is an alternate route. But remember, there will be a lot of traffic right there at NRG. The closure includes the northbound exit to the West Park Tollway. The South Loop closed westbound Crestmont to Scott. This is going on tomorrow, 5 a.m. all the way to Sunday at 6. And this is the location I was telling you about. Beware as you travel through downtown. This is as you pass the GRB. There's work going on there. Southbound on 59, you're unable to get off on 45. It reopens for you on Sunday at 9. And what's happening here in the eastbound lanes of the South Loop at 45, a wreck that looks to involve a load that is still being cleaned up at this hour. You've got backups right now all the way to 288 as a result. Again, eastbound at 45 on the South Loop. US 59, the East Tex Freeway, already closed tonight. The southbound ramp to 45, the Gulf Freeway, will remain closed through the weekend, not reopening until Sunday at 9 p.m. So look for that traffic going southbound on 59 to back up into the I-10 interchange. On the Southwest Freeway, northbound at Hillcroft, in just a matter of hours, 4 inside lanes will close and remain so until Monday at 5 a.m. That includes that northbound exit over to the West Park Tollway. So use 90 or 10 as an alternate route to get inside the loop. The South Loop westbound Crestmont to Scott closing tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Reopening Sunday at 6 p.m. So pretty much a full weekend closure with the traffic detoured to the frontage road as you come and go from NRG Park to Nutcracker Market this weekend. Be aware of those lane closures on Saturday. We are seeing significant interstate closures this weekend. We begin in downtown Houston, US 59, the East Tex Freeway, southbound ramp to I-45, closed in both directions through Sunday at 9 p.m. If you're not going to continue on 59, you can continue on 288 southbound. This should back traffic up through some of the downtown interchanges. Also on the southwest side, the Southwest Freeway, northbound Hillcroft to South Rice, 4 main lanes closed, so almost a virtual shutdown through Monday morning, and it includes the northbound exit to the West Park Tollway. On the South Loop, westbound Crestmont to Scott, all main lanes closed starting tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. through Sunday at 6. And one more spot for you on the north side, westbound at John Ralston, 2 main lanes closed throughout the day tomorrow. US 59, the East Tex Freeway, southbound ramp to I-45, the Gulf Freeway in both directions, closed until tomorrow at 9 p.m. You can detour to 288 southbound or continue on 59. The Southwest Freeway inbound Hillcroft to South Rice, 4 inside lanes closed in that location, so perhaps 90 is a better route for you today. The South Loop closed westbound Crestmont to Scott Street, all main lanes detoured to the frontage road, so expect that to be backed up. This is going to be going on until tomorrow at 6 p.m. And one more spot for you, a big closure today on the North Belt, westbound at John Ralston, 2 main lanes closed until 4 o'clock. North Belt westbound at Hollister as you approach 249. The visual is a little bit out of focus, but you can see the backup westbound is taking you all the way back beyond Veterans Memorial right now. It's a wreck there in the location of Hollister at the North Belt. So take note of that as you're approaching 249. A closure for you in the downtown area. Chartres Avenue closed northbound Commerce to Runnels through January 15th for continuing work in this location in preparation for the expansion of I-45. We can show you this area is important. If you're leaving downtown from Dyken Park, the GRB, Toyota Center, people like to go north on Chartres and catch I-10. So you'll have to catch I-10 north of this closure due to the closure of Chartres Avenue. 34 minutes out to the Woodlands now, and 29 minutes from the heart of the city out toward the Sugar Land exits. Our 13 alert traffic update taking us to the South Loop westbound at MLK, specifically at the Cala exit right here. You have a 2-vehicle wreck on the right-hand side. It's really backing everything up toward the I-45 interchange, so be aware of that as you head through the area. One of the greatest issues crossing wrecks like this is letting those law enforcement officers and first responders do their job. Your live look to the Katy Freeway. Now, this is not too far from Memorial City Mall, and we see that drive time growing out toward Katy at 38 minutes, 47 minutes to the Woodlands. It's just 26 minutes out toward Baytown. You are in the green all the way until you get past Beltway 8, and you slow down as you approach the river. To the Katy Freeway inbound at North Post Oak, a wreck off to the right-hand side has a problem. It's created a problem for you. You're in the red, almost back to Beltway 8 in this location. So be aware of that with emergency vehicles working in that spot. Also to the South Loop westbound near MLK. This is an update from when we showed you this wreck at 5 o'clock. Everything now moved off to the shoulder, but emergency vehicles still working and still seeing some backups toward 45. Live view, lots of brake lights northbound at Richmond. An ABC 13 colleague contacted me and said, Elissa, it is worse than usual tonight. What's going on? Transtar did report a wreck northbound at I-10. It has since cleared, but your drive time right now on the West Loop, 59 northbound to I-10, to go 4 miles is 35 minutes. If you are getting onto the West Loop tonight, consider your route carefully, especially in the northbound main lanes, and make sure you have the best route.
How it works and why not everyone is on board, Elissa.
This one is a real talker. It's called Women Drivers, and it's a new option for women to choose when getting an Uber ride. Some pushback over the feature. Time magazine reporting that Uber and Lyft are facing class action lawsuits from male drivers who are arguing that the feature is discrimination. In the red in both directions. This is the live view from Westheimer at this hour, taking a look too at the speeds and just how much they've slowed down. Even on the approach from 290 southbound, you're less than 10 miles per hour. So a busy afternoon already out there. Here's I-10, the Katy Freeway. Your drive downtown to Katy is 35 minutes. The slowdown's greatest right as you approach Highway 6 as a wreck just cleared there in the last 10 minutes. 37 minutes out to the Woodlands, looking good out toward Pasadena on 225. You're primarily in the green at this hour, and 27 minutes out to Sugar Land from the heart of the city.
That closure is happening.
Thanksgiving is next week, and especially for those of us with children in school, the holiday will start Friday. TxDOT not taking a break yet. Here's your live look to the Southwest Freeway at Chimney Rock, the location where a major closure is happening this weekend. So if you've got big plans heading into the city or you're making a road trip, consider the Southwest Freeway northbound at Fountain View. All main lanes closed starting Friday night at 8 p.m. through Monday at 5 a.m. All traffic will detour to the Chimney Rock exit. You'll ride the frontage until you can get back on. It will further complicate things happening at the West Loop interchange, so be aware of this. We are tracking all of your weekend road work as we head into this big holiday weekend. Closures as they're in place during game day. Merworth and Lantern Point, those are close to NRG Park. Right along Kirby Drive. Kirby closes around halftime, so sometime after 8 o'clock this evening, and it stays closed to 1 hour post-game. If it's open, they're managing the traffic just to get everybody moving out of the NRG Park area. So what is it looking like? For those of you heading through the area or that use this as a route, to avoid it this evening, you'll want to use Bel Air, Braeswood to the south, Belfort, because even 90, it's already getting busy. And of course, Kirby, really not usable. Fannin gets pretty busy too. So try to just stay out of the way of that southwest quadrant. Inside the loop this evening, it'll be full of fans and plenty of cars. A problem here. This is going to be the South Belt. Eastbound frontage at Gessner closed due to this 18-wheeler on its side. Definitely a hazmat situation. Cleanup underway. But again, this is the eastbound frontage of the belt at Gessner. This is the location for you. So affecting Stafford, Missouri City. Your afternoon drive could be impacted by this. NRG Park, if you use the southwest corridor inside the loop, your drive definitely affected in the next couple of hours. Tailgaters, the parking lots are already open for them. And so you're seeing the slowdowns there on NRG Park as we get ready for Houston Texans game day, or game day evening, I should say, with Thursday night football. 37 minutes out to the Woodlands, 26 minutes out toward Baytown. You're in the green all the way until you hit the river. It is slowing down early there at that river at the bridge at the San Jacinto River.
Elissa, thanks.
City area that could definitely get you on the side streets due to everybody having to change their route and make those U-turns. A reminder for you, NRG Park right now, it's going to be a slowdown along 90 and Kirby Drive with a big game tonight. Close to game time around 7 o'clock. Do want to show you it's the 288 corridor that's also seeing a lot of that traffic. People getting off on 90, coming down Kirby Drive, Fannin Street, all very much at a low speed, if not standstill in some regards, and especially traffic coming off of 288 and headed toward the NRG Park area. Here's your live look to I-45, the North Freeway at Rayford right now. Tons of brake lights out there as you see that traffic congestion going from the Spring area past the 99 exit all the way up through the Woodlands and out toward Conroe tonight. You see it in the drive time, 44 minutes out to the Woodlands tonight, 32 minutes out to Baytown on the East Freeway. Yeah, TxDOT not yet ready to take a holiday break, even though that will begin tomorrow evening for so many of us. Let's check out the work that's going on. Here's your live look to this location, the Southwest Freeway at West Park on the approach to the West Loop. Here's the exact location of the closure starting tomorrow night, or I should say Friday night. That's right, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. through Monday 5 a.m. Southwest Freeway will close northbound at Bel Air. You'll exit Chimney Rock. You'll ride that frontage until you can get back on after the closure. They are continuing work in that location. Also, bridge repairs happening on the Gulf Freeway between Tellupson and Wayside. This will be almost a complete closure for part of the weekend. Southbound, Friday 9 p.m. to Sunday at 5 a.m. But on the northbound side, the closure begins Saturday 5 p.m. to Monday 5 a.m. So this is going to be a complicated area backing up into the interchange near Hobby Airport throughout the weekend. So take caution as you head through this area. Try to use 288 as your alternate route. On the east side, speaking of alternate routes, if you're trying to get northbound Market to I-10 in the East Freeway, 2 outside lanes closed throughout.
13's Elissa Rivas explains neither side could claim victory just yet.
Eric, certainly not. As Democrats celebrate the ruling, Texas leaders are working on an appeal, and tonight filed formal notice that they are taking this all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Congressional maps are typically redrawn every 10 years to align with the census. And time is of the essence, though. Candidates have until December 8th to file for the March primary. A lot of confusion, a lot to still be decided. We will be here for it all, Eric. Yep. Thanksgiving, so widespread closures for your weekend drive. We take you first to the Southwest Freeway. All main lanes closed northbound at Bel Air starting early. Tonight at 8 o'clock, you'll be forced to exit Chimney Rock and ride that frontage road, so prepare for backups throughout the weekend. Speaking of backups, I-45, the Gulf Freeway inside the loop also closing. Southbound starts tonight, so if you're leaving activities from downtown, southbound, you'll see this closure tonight through Sunday morning. Then they will close the northbound side Saturday 5 p.m. through Monday. So this corridor is going to be getting very messy throughout the weekend. 288 is a good alternate route for you. Northbound on the East Loop, Market to I-10 East, including the connector northbound to I-10 East. 2 main lanes closed, so not a total closure, but expect backups northbound on the East Loop this weekend. Takes us to our live look, I-10, the Katy Freeway. It is looking good on the Katy Freeway so far this afternoon. Not as good on I-45, the North Freeway. We've got a couple of problems here. A wreck just clearing as you head toward the Woodlands, right at Research Forest. That is now cleared, but we've got a lot of backup behind it, and then further into Conroe. This is what we're seeing. Interstate wet as you head through the Conroe area. Showers, as David has been telling us, are moving on off of 45. But look, we've got a massive drive time to 45, but be aware the wreck causing this drive time just past the Woodlands, it has already cleared. We just need to let that traffic clear out. 26 minutes out to Baytown. And like I showed you, an easy drive so far on the Katy Freeway from the heart of downtown. 30 minutes to this Katy drive. Traffic patterns looking a little different as we head toward the holiday week. For instance, US 290 at Pinemont, we are definitely bumper to bumper in this location. The HOV working nicely for you. I'm searching around trying to see if there's a wreck holding things up. Lots of traffic volume out there right now, right as you come off of the West Loop. And then again, as you hit Beltway 8 all the way to 99. Seriously, because it doesn't usually look like this quite this early. We're going to keep an eye on it for you. Outbound to the Woodlands at 1 hour, 34 minutes from the heart of the city out to where the Katy exits on I-10. Focusing on your weekend drive, here's your live look to the Southwest Freeway at West Park. On the approach to the West Loop, it will be a big closure happening there this weekend. Here it is, the Southwest Freeway northbound at Bel Air to Chimney Rock. The detour is to exit there at Chimney Rock to the frontage road, so this will be very congested. Northbound, it starts tonight at 8 p.m., so just hours away and could interrupt your evening plans. Account for that. 90 inbound is your alternate route. Tellupson to Wayside Drive on I-45, the Gulf Freeway. This is a major closure for bridge work this weekend. The southbound will close tonight at 9 p.m., so it will catch you coming out of downtown this evening until Sunday at 5, and then it will also close northbound Saturday 5 p.m. to Monday at 5 a.m. So this entire area will be very messy this weekend, so be aware of that as you head through your weekend and think about those weekend activities. The East Loop northbound Market to I-10, 2 outside lanes closed starting tonight through Monday at 5 a.m. Forward to the holiday week, TxDOT not yet taking a break to the Southwest Freeway northbound at Bel Air starting in just a few hours. Tonight at 8 o'clock, all northbound main lanes closed. The detour will take you to an exit there at Chimney Rock to ride that frontage road. This is one we haven't talked a lot about, so listen up. I-45, the Gulf Freeway inside the loop. It will be slow this weekend. Starting tonight, a southbound closure between Tellupson and Wayside Drive through Sunday morning. Now on Saturday night, both sides, northbound and southbound, will close. Saturday, the northbound lanes close 5 p.m. all the way till Monday at 5 a.m. So just be aware the connectors from 35 and 610 will be affected as well, closed down. It is going to be a day where a weekend where you'll want to take 288 as the alternate route. The East Loop closed northbound to Market to the East Freeway, 2 outside lanes through the weekend. So be aware, a lot of us are thinking holidays, but there is still a lot of road work that could affect your routes this weekend.
Elissa.
And tonight, whether it's high school football or getting out of town, it's been a busy corridor so far this afternoon from the Woodlands all the way up through Conroe and beyond. The East Belt this evening closing at 10 p.m. through the weekend, 2 main lanes northbound from Old 90 to Little York. So if this is your northbound route along the belt, be aware it'll be running a little bit slow for you this weekend. Your drive times as we head toward 5:30, 53 minutes out to the Woodlands. That number is mostly because of traffic inside the loop, and then once you get past FM 1960, 43 minutes out to Cypress, a little bit longer than usual outbound on 290 tonight. Giving us a live look to downtown Houston tonight as we head into the holiday week. So many of you with big plans this weekend. TxDOT also has big plans for road work. I-45, the Gulf Freeway closing down tonight at 9 o'clock southbound. All main lanes closed until Sunday morning. Now between Saturday night and Sunday morning, it's a complete closure. Saturday 5 p.m. to Monday at 5 a.m. The northbound lanes are closing between Tellupson and Wayside Drive. All of this happening for road work. The connectors from the 610 loop and 35 north to this area also closing down for road work this weekend. The Southwest Freeway northbound at Bel Air, all main lanes are going to exit at Chimney Rock. So this will be incredibly slow. 90 is a good alternate route if you're needing to get to the loop. Here's your live look to the North Freeway right now. It's the Northwest Freeway 290 at Mushke as you approach 99. It's been so busy all day. It's 29 minutes from the loop out to Cypress right now, 51 minutes out to the Woodlands. Most of that congestion is north of FM 1960. Update State Highway 99 at Cypress Rose Hill on the far northwest side right now. This is that rain Travis was talking about, slowing you down just west of the Woodlands this evening. Also slowing you down tonight starting at 9 o'clock between Tellupson and Wayside on the Gulf Freeway. So inside the loop, closures of all main lanes southbound. There'll be northbound closures as well, so be aware of that. A very congested I-45, the Gulf Freeway, inside the loop this weekend. Drive the heart of the city looking good, but this is what Travis is talking about. The difficult driving conditions you're going to find outbound on I-10 and 290. Let's get that live look right now. 290, the Northwest Freeway at Telge. You can see that lightning in the distance and those messy driving conditions also happening along I-10, especially starting with the Katy exits near 99. This is Pin Oak, very wet as you're headed outbound, really all the way toward the Brazos River and through the heart of the city. It's a busy night out there, right? I mentioned the holidays. You are still bumper to bumper through those downtown interchanges, and we are continuing to watch your drive throughout the evening. Access to the West Belt southbound at 59. Transtar has this listed as other. It's 1 to 2 lanes closed in this location. Again, southbound on the West Belt with backups almost all the way to I-10. You are in the red southbound at 59. And so be aware, we're continuing to monitor this and figure out what it is for you. But this is much busier than it should be at this point in the evening. So take care. Check your route as you head out this evening.
Thanks, Elissa.
Traffic update. Thankfully, as we head toward the holiday, we've returned to great weather for driving, whether it's running errands or getting ready to go on a road trip. We do have a stall there on the Southwest Freeway at McGowan as you get into downtown, but no major holdups for you at this hour. Just those downtown interchanges so busy. A lot of you still have family and friends that are at work. Others just have a ton of errands to run. So here is the good news. TxDOT is finally ready to take a break from major lane closures that'll begin tonight at 9 p.m. They'll take that Thanksgiving weekend break all the way through Monday morning at 5 a.m. Of course, you'll still have construction projects, but additional lane closures will only be on an emergency basis. A reminder for you, the 288 exit ramp northbound as you go to Elgin and Charters. If you're heading through downtown for plans this holiday weekend, like the parade coming up, remember that exit is closed through December 21st. The traditional rush hour anymore. The Texas A&M Transportation Institute conducts an annual nationwide study on traffic.
We are seeing more congestion in the middle of the day, get in their car, go do their meetings that they need to have, and then maybe even get out early and go home and log in again.
Shrink also says this contributes to drive times simply not being as reliable as they used to be. A trip that should take 20 minutes might or might not take much longer. Good question. Shrink would say yes. For Texas and Houston specifically, we used to rank in the top 10 nationwide for congestion. As traffic has come back after COVID, we're still sitting at 15th. He argues that even while people are moving to the Lone Star State, we are the beneficiary of the projects aimed at easing traffic delays.
We all know the orange construction barrel. We see them every day when we're out there. That the cumulative effect of all the construction has actually been helping.
A side note, before COVID, Friday was the worst traffic day of the week coming out of the pandemic. Now Monday, by far the easiest commute day of the week. Thursday, though, has pretty much caught up with Friday nationally, Maida.
Thank you, Elissa.
Yeah, it's not just about the traditional rush hour anymore. The Texas A&M Transportation Institute conducts an annual nationwide study on traffic congestion. So Schrank also says this contributes to drive times not being as reliable as they used to be. A trip that should take 20 minutes might end up taking much longer. People ask, and Schrank would say yes. For Texas and Houston specifically, we used to rank in the top 10 nationwide for congestion. As traffic comes back, we're now sitting at 15th. So he argues that even while people are moving to the Lone Star State, we are still the beneficiary of the projects aimed at easing traffic delays. A side note, before COVID, Friday was the worst traffic day of the week coming out of the pandemic. Now, Monday is by far the easiest commute day of the week, but Thursday has pretty much caught up with Friday nationally, Jonathan.
Elissa Rivas in studio, thank you.
Let's turn to our Elissa Rivas.
Yeah, so many of the areas in our community just buzzing right now due to the holiday traffic. This is where Nick was. This is Hughes, south of Harrisburg. The good news for those of you, Harrisburg is clear. Polk Street to the south of this, 90, Lockwood, all of your major thoroughfares through the East End are still functional. So be aware, stay away from that area as they continue that work, but your main roads are good. 225, the LaPorte Freeway at Goodyear. This ramp has a truck issue right now. You've got 2 to 3 lanes blocked with the truck incident in that location. And here is the end result. Very slow drives on the East Loop, southbound getting to 225 outbound right now. So Lawndale is very busy. Old Galveston Road, those are the ways you're going to get outside of the southeast portion of the loop right now. But of course, you do have that issue there with the incident involving that 18-wheeler. We're going to keep an eye on this for you because this could be a real problem for East Side drivers as we head through the evening.
Thank you.
Takes us back to the east side. We're continuing to update the situation at 610 and 225. It does look like some progress has been made. This is a truck accident blocking several lanes of the ramp that comes southbound off of the East Loop and over to 225. So to your Park, Pasadena, this is a traffic alert for you and for those loved ones headed home toward you right now. You can see everything in the red backed up less than 10 miles per hour coming southbound on the East Loop, Lawndale and Old Galveston Road, all your alternate routes. But as for the moment, we continue to monitor this on this eve of Thanksgiving. We know so many of you have things to do. They do appear to be making some progress. In fact, picking up those cones as we speak.
Thank you, Elissa.
And we are continuing to monitor that area right now. Hughes just south of Harrisburg. Looks like Harrisburg, Polk, and the surrounding area, Wayside to Lockwood, all of it looking pretty good for you at this hour.
Elissa.
Traffic update is preparing you for the rest of the holiday week. Here's your live look to the Katy Freeway near Memorial City Mall. Plenty of you out there tonight, but no major wrecks to hold you up. The good news, if you're hitting the road, TxDOT is taking a break from lane closures, major construction closures until Monday morning at 5 a.m. But of course, some things will be abbreviated. Metro Houston, Thursday and Friday. HOV and hot lanes, park and ride are closed. A Sunday schedule for local buses, Metro Rail, and Metro curb to curb. There will be closures downtown for the HEB Thanksgiving Day Parade. As we begin this 6 o'clock hour, they're closing down portions of Smith, Brazos, Walker, and Lamar as all of those parade floats are being staged in the area for the parade tomorrow morning. And it's going to be on the northwest corner of downtown. It's starting around Lamar and Smith near Wells Fargo Plaza. Milam is another good location to be watching, and it all ends at Smith and Dallas. So be aware, as early as 6 a.m. you'll see closures in that area, especially along Allen Parkway near Sam Houston Park. Everything will be picked up and back open by 3 p.m.
All right.
Traffic update getting you prepared if you have last-minute things to do tonight. Going to the airport to pick someone up. This is your view as you head toward Hobby Airport off I-45 coming out of downtown. You do have a disabled vehicle southbound at Monroe, but that interchange incredibly busy, but no major wrecks to hold you up as you head toward Hobby. How about Bush Airport? Also in the green. So if you're coming down the Hardy Toll Road, the North Belt, even 59, you are in good condition. Of course, it's always busy inside Bush Airport, and you've got traffic along FM 1960, but you are looking good if you're headed in that direction. Busy through those downtown interchanges, and TxDOT is taking a break from major road closures. But remember, there will be closures in downtown Houston. They've already started this evening for the parade tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Everything happening on the northwest corner of downtown, not far from City Hall.
Elissa,
here's your live look to downtown Houston. We are definitely busy through those downtown interchanges still tonight, but no major wrecks to hold you up. That doesn't mean we don't have a lot of things to consider as you are hitting the road. TxDOT taking a break starting tonight from major lane closures until Monday, 5 a.m. That's good for all of you, your road trips and your trips across town as well. Here's the East Tex Freeway at Will Clayton Parkway. The avenues are clear. The corridors clear toward Hobby and Bush Airport this evening. Also good news for you. This is what you should consider. Thursday and Friday, Metro Houston, the HOV hot lanes and park and rides closed. A Sunday schedule for local buses, Metro Rail, and Metro curb to curb. One more thought to consider as you're heading downtown, perhaps for the Thanksgiving Day parade tomorrow. Some of those closures have already started. Starting tonight at 6, portions of Smith, Brazos, Walker, and Lamar will be closed down, so that northwest corner of downtown could get a little sticky. Consider that if you have downtown plans this evening. Thanks. Tonight, preparations are already underway for the HEB Thanksgiving Day Parade. Closures are happening along portions of Smith, Brazos, Walker, and Lamar. So at 6 a.m., closures will begin along Allen Parkway and will only expand as you get closer to the start of the parade at 9 a.m. The parade begins at Smith near Wells Fargo Plaza, goes along Milam, ending at Smith and Dallas. All roads should reopen by 3 p.m. On the roads right here, I-45, the North Freeway at Aldine Bender. This is the kind of thing we're still seeing, as David said, spotty showers across the area. Visibility, road slickness. Here's your view of downtown Houston as well. And things just now starting to heat up along some of those downtown interchanges. You see the slow roads heading inbound on US 59 at this hour. So please be aware of that as you head out. That spot that I showed you there right around Aldine Bender gives you very, very close quarters as you head through the interchange from the North Loop all the way up toward Timbers. An alert traffic update. Like David said, a lot of the rain has moved out. You certainly got a better drive this afternoon than you did in the first half of the day. But still, I-10, the Katy Freeway, some reduced visibility. Slick spots still out there. So give yourself a little bit of extra time maybe on this first day back to work. A change in traffic patterns on the east side. The East Loop northbound ramp to I-10 westbound, so headed toward the city. And one lane as you approach is closed at Market. This is all going on until December 22nd. It is already currently closed. So a closer look at this location. Your detour is I-10 eastbound. You'll U-turn and get back into those westbound main lanes right now. But be aware there is a slowdown already on the approach to this location. Outbound now as we head through the afternoon. Not bad. No major wrecks to hold you up with normal drive times.
Elissa, thank you.
So many had a rough drive back to work this morning. Not quite as bad this afternoon. Things are drying out, but not drying out everywhere. 249, this is northbound before Mills. We're seeing the rain coming in, slowing you down in that location. This is happening in a lot of locations along the north side. I-45, the North Freeway at Greens Road, and we're taking a look whether it's from 290 up to 249. All circling the northwest side of Beltway 8. You're going to see those extra rainy conditions. Here's your live look to I-10, the Katy Freeway. Outbound toward those Katy exits, it's going to be more than a 40-minute drive. The same goes out toward the Woodlands, and right now towards Cypress, a 40-minute drive as well.
Elissa, thank you.
So just look out for that. Road's not completely dry just yet, but certainly an easier drive than you had this morning. Very busy through those downtown interchanges tonight. Everybody back at work and out on the town. A traffic change on the east side over the next few weeks. The East Loop northbound ramp to I-10 westbound toward the downtown area closed for bridge work. It includes a lane northbound starting at Market leading up to that location. You'll go east and U-turn at Mercury. Again, all of this in place until December 22nd, adding to that east side backup. The U-turn coming here in this location as you head toward your westbound I-10 lanes. 63 minutes out to the Woodlands, 44 minutes out towards Cypress tonight. Like I said, getting a little bit of rain still on the north side, and that is slowing you down.
Elissa, ABC 13's Elissa Rivas joining us live now with more on that sentence, Elissa.
Eric, ABC 13 was the first to show you video of Devin Ortiz body slamming the woman who was violate the terms. He could be eligible to petition to have his criminal record sealed. Eric.
Thank you for the...
Takes us right to the heart of the city. Those downtown Houston interchanges getting in on I-45, the Gulf Freeway, slower than usual. We have reports of a stall in this area, but honestly, you're in the red wherever you're trying to get through the heart of downtown at this hour. I-45. The Katy Freeway at State Highway 6. We are already bumper to bumper as you get past Beltway 8 and head toward 99. And we can see that starting to reflect in the drive time. You're slowing down 36 minutes out toward Katy. You're in the green out toward Baytown. From the heart of the city to the Baytown exits, just 19 minutes.
And it's Thursday night, Elissa.
This will be a seismic shift in the traffic, a big change for drivers. More lanes and ramps are closing this week, and those closures will last until the middle of next year. And in some cases, even longer for those drivers in this area. So listen up. All of this information coming to us from TxDOT. Starting Thursday night, the extended closure of the ramp from I-10 eastbound to I-45 northbound. That ramp remains closed for the duration of the project until mid-2028. A second ramp also closes Thursday night. I-45 southbound to I-10 westbound. That one expected to reopen in mid-2026.
Got it. So, Elissa, what about the HOV at this interchange?
Yeah, the HOV, a lot of people use that exit to 10. The HOV will no longer exit to I-10 westbound, but TxDOT tells me you can still get in and out of downtown during this project, even after these new closures do take effect. But there is more, Erica. Starting Friday night, I-10 westbound will see more restrictive lane closures. So what does that mean? I-10 will be reduced to 2 lanes from I-45 to Houston Avenue. These closures will last until mid-2026. Beyond Houston Avenue, you'll continue to see the existing 3-lane configuration all the way to Studemont. So this allows TxDOT to complete the construction of the elevated westbound main lanes. It's a $400 $400 million project, and it also includes, remember, the reconstruction of the Houston Avenue Bridge. Been a couple of years. So this is the area we're talking about, the Katy Freeway at Houston Avenue and the White Oak Bayou project. First, let's talk about the ramp closures. I-10 eastbound to 45 northbound. That is closing Thursday at 10 p.m., not reopening until mid-2028. I-45 southbound to I-10 westbound, closing as well on Thursday night, reopening until the middle of next year. What about the HOV? It'll no longer exit to I-10 westbound, although you can still get in and out of downtown. And these are the lane closures that will be different starting Friday night. I-10 westbound, I-45 to Houston Avenue down to just 2 main lanes, and it'll still just be 3 main lanes, Houston Avenue to Studemont.
The cars in question are driverless cars operated by Waymo. They'll soon be operating in Houston.
But now school officials in Austin are asking for the company's help to fix an issue it says is putting students in danger there. ABC 13's Elissa Rivas is here now with more.
Especially difficult because this involves kids. Austin ISD police say it's an issue that's been going on since the start of the school year in August. Officials say it's happened 19 times in all. Waymo has been having issues in other parts of the country. Last week in LA, a driverless taxi drove a passenger through the scene of a police standoff. Waymo called it an unusual event to learn from. Sure, US 59, the Southwest Freeway at the Brazos River will see big slowdowns here starting tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. On the southbound side, 2 lanes will close. Northbound, 3 lanes right over the river where they are redoing the bridge in that spot. It's not the only spot in the Fort Bend County area. FM 1463 closing northbound and southbound between I-10 and Kingsland. Everything redirected toward Pin Oak tomorrow night through Sunday morning. Closer to the heart of downtown, the US 59 288 interchange. The ramps are closing in both directions through the weekend as they continue work in this location. Weekend Drive takes us to Fort Bend County. FM 1463 closing both northbound and southbound between Kingsland and I-10. Traffic will be detoured to Pin Oak Road. It reopens Sunday at 5 a.m. But beware, this will be a very busy area until that time. Another major closure for you. This one in the heart of downtown. The ramps between US 59 and 288, they're closing in both directions. This is going on throughout the weekend. Traffic will be largely detoured to I-45, but with the construction going on I-10 as well, the downtown interchanges will be incredibly busy this weekend. Plan your route carefully. And if you use the Metro Rail, maintenance continues on the red line as well as the green and purple lines happening through Sunday. This is going to be the red line between downtown transit and HCC and the green and purple lines through the heart of downtown. Shuttles running every 10 minutes. Northbound on the East Loop right after 225, causing massive backups toward 45, and then also rubbernecking as you're coming southbound. So be aware of that. Clearing just in the last 2 or 3 minutes, should ease up soon. Also just clearing a wreck northbound on the Gulf Freeway at Holland. Been causing a major headache in the last hour or so, but should loosen up for you here in the next half hour. 45 minutes out to the Woodlands, 23 minutes on I-10 out toward Baytown.
And the friends he made along the way.
ABC 13's Elissa Rivas here with more tonight, Elissa.
Such an incredible impact. During his year career, Dave wasn't on the anchor desk alone. He shared it with several journalists over the years, including Gina Gaston, Melanie Lawson, Shara Fryer, and his first co-anchor, Jan Carson. Our website and on air all this week, all of us with so many wonderful memories.
All right, Elissa, thank you for that tonight. Also, ABC